Welcome to the Real Estate Scripts Podcast, the show that helps you know what to say when you're talking to buyers and sellers so that you can close more deals and earn more money. I'm Darren Tunstall, a real estate professional, coach, and #1 best-selling author. Let's get into this. Before we begin today's episode, I want to clarify some important points. I am a licensed real estate agent and my DRE number is 018534445. It's crucial to note that this podcast operates independently of my affiliation with Keller Williams Realty and any realtor associations. My primary goal with this podcast is to provide you, our listeners, with valuable information, insights, and practical tools. As a reminder, the purpose of Scripts and Dialogues is to come, learn, practice, and be prepared to fail forward. This is where we make mistakes and help each other out, but we're mostly interested in seeing how we can get better. First, we read through the script word for word, and then we go back and put it into our own natural tone, style, and phrasing. You won't know what to say until you go through the script. So, with that said, many people will say, that's not how I sound, and I totally get it. That's not how you sound. But that is the reason why we practice every day, so that the script becomes you and in your own voice. So, read it word for word first, then go back and put it into your own natural tone, style, and phrasing, and I think it'll work out. Let's talk about this script before we get started. It's called Converting Casual Conversations at Meetups into Real Estate Connections. Meetups can be a word interchangeable with something like networking, attending groups and or BNI meetings, things like that as well. Meetups, if you've ever been on meetups.com and looked for networking events, that's where that's what this is specifically pertaining to. And it's also just a conversation that you're having with people, specifically as it relates to FSBOs, for sale by owners, having casual conversations. It doesn't just have to be FSBOs. It could be anybody who might even be interested in buying or selling, although I use FSBOs in this. And for clarity, FSBOs means for sale by owners, just in case anybody's listening to this. Let me set this up. In this scenario, you are a real estate agent attending and I say generic meetup, okay, whatever that might be. I originally created one like you're going to learn how to cook. And I thought that was weird. A bunch of agents talking about culinary things. So, but it is generic. You overhear someone mentioning they are selling their home on their own for sale by owner, and you naturally segue into a conversation about their sale while still participating in the event's activities. The requirements are to engage genuinely in the meetup activities, listen for opportunities to discuss real estate very subtly, okay? And I'll come back to that. Show genuine interest in the FSBO's seller's situation or the buyer, seller, whatever. And lastly, offer valuable resources and request contact information very subtly. So the reason why I'm putting the word subtle in there is you're at a meetup group, whatever the meetup group is. If it's learning how to cook, if it's hiking, if it's learning how to sew, crocheting, I don't care if you're learning how to sweep a floor. You're there to do specifically what the meetup is designed to do. And through natural conversations, people tend to typically ask, hey, what do you do? Or if, you're going along, let's just say it was culinary, you're cooking along, hey, Wendy, I heard that you were thinking about selling your home. Did I hear that right? Absolutely. And then the goal is for us to be a resource. So the intention is to connect with a FSBO seller at a generic meeting and to show genuine interest in their situation and offer valuable real estate resources while maintaining focus on the event's activity. So whatever you're doing there as an activity. Does that make sense as to what we're doing?
Yes.
Good. All right. So with that said, let's go ahead and create some breakout rooms so we can practice this script. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to start out with Emily as the agent, and Barbara, you're going to be the person that, and Wendy, you're going to listen in on the first one and we'll rotate you in, okay? So Barbara will be the attendee at the, you're all attendees at the meeting, right? And well, let's just call it whatever you want to call it. If you want to say you're at a cooking event, whatever event you're at, you're there, and that's what you're there for. So
Okay.
let's have Emily go ahead and start, and you're going to be engaging with Barbara at some point.
Wow, this coffee's great. These meetups are great, a great way to unwind and meet new people, don't you think? I always find it refreshing to step away from work for a bit. How about you?
Yeah, I love coming to these. I like to meet a lot of new people. It's always interesting to, broaden our sphere of friendships and figure out who we match up with.
Yeah, what was your name?
My name is Barbara.
Hi, Barbara. I'm Emily. So nice
Hi,
to meet you.
Emily.
I was a little,
Nice.
it's a little nervous coming, but I'm like, you know what? I need to meet more people, so that's why I'm here. But so what's going on with you?
Well, I love coming to these because I learn so much, and
Mhm.
I wanted to learn how to do this, and I'm a little nervous too, like you. Just I don't come to a lot of them, and I've never done this activity before, and I've always been interested in it. And so here I am learning. Have you done this before?
No, no.
Okay, well, we're both newbies.
Absolutely. So what do you do when you're not here?
Well, let's see. I like to, I'm kind of in the process of retiring.
Okay.
And yeah, so I'm just trying to figure out new things to do, actually, keep myself busy. And so this is one of the choices I'm looking into, and just trying to fill my life with exciting and interesting things to do and new people.
Well, I couldn't help overhear you talking to that lady over there. It sounds like you're getting ready to sell your home.
Yeah, like I said, retired, and so I have this big house. It just seems like kind of overkill. The kids have all moved out of state. They
Mhm.
come periodically, but I just don't have the need for the big space. And what I'd like to do is get a smaller home, and perhaps on a little larger piece of property, because I'm in an HOA here and I have an RV. I want to park it and
Yeah,
can't park it here. So, yeah, I'm just trying to downsize and yet provide space for that RV.
right. Okay. Did I hear that you're selling your home on your own?
Yeah, I mean, I keep hearing how, there's a buyers are just all over these homes, multiple offers and stuff. Even with the high interest rates, seems like there's lots of buyers. And so I think that, it's not going to be hard to find someone to buy it.
Yeah, it sounds like quite a project. Admire your initiative to take on the sell yourself. It is a lot of work, isn't it?
Well, I've sold homes before, and
Okay.
you know, but this time I thought I would, try to save that commission because, I need every penny
Right.
to
Right.
exactly. Yeah.
Okay. So how's it going so far? Have you had any offers?
We've had mainly a lot of realtors coming by,
Ah.
yeah. They say they have buyers, but
Oh, yeah. That's how
you
they
know,
are.
yeah. So, but
Yeah.
I've also had a few people drop in because I kind of did my own like open house.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and a lot of people came to that, and there
Okay.
seems to be interest. So yeah, I've had some interest in it. I'm talking to a couple of people.
Any other challenges you've kind of come across selling it?
Well, you just want to make sure you're talking to not wasting your time talking to somebody who
Right.
can't buy it. A couple of the
Right.
people, turns out that you know they're not really able to do it. They're just looky loos and kind of chat a lot, use a lot of my time up. But like I
Yeah.
said, I'm retired, so I have
You got a little
time.
bit of time, but yeah,
That's
but
not a problem.
you don't want to waste time either, you know?
Right.
Well, anyways, just want to throw out there that I am a realtor. I've helped a lot of people who started out selling their homes on their own. If you're interested, I can show you what I can do to get you that qualified buyer instead of people just, looky-loos going through your home or agents coming and saying they have a buyer. I'd love to help you. And actually, did you know that homes sold with an agent actually sell for more than when you try and sell them on your own?
Well, I mean, why would that be? I mean, people just want to buy the house for the right price.
Yeah, you're right. But usually most people that buy a home are represented by an agent. So it's a lot of negotiating. And it's not always the price that you're negotiating, it's different terms of the contract. So I'd love to, chat with you further on this. Could you pass me the salt over there?
Oh yeah, here you go.
Thank you. Awesome.
Well,
Anyways,
yeah.
Barbara, would you be interested in something like that? I mean, I'd love to help you, even if, I don't represent you, just if you have any questions, you can shoot me a text or a call
Mm-hmm.
if you run into some
Um,
girls.
well, some realtors have offered to provide the documents, and I think
Mhm.
that's something that I might be interested in because obviously, I don't have all that stuff.
Right, right, right. Have you thought about if something goes sideways and, because there's a lot of things you have to prepare your home for and be upfront with, and if you miss anything or any timelines, it could come back to hit you financially, I mean, if you miss a certain deadline that you have to do things by, buyers can be pretty gnarly and demand a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
Even a year from now, after you sell your home, if something was missed, they can come back and potentially start litigation for something that could have been missed. That's why I think it's always, I mean, it's like if you get your car fixed, I mean, I'm sure you know how to change your own oil, but still, it's always better to have a professional do it, or change your brake pads in your car. Yeah, you can do it yourself. It's not hard. But still, I think it's always good to have a professional do it. That way, if something goes wrong, you could take the car back,
Mm-hmm.
and say, fix it
Mm-hmm.
right. Oh,
Well,
just,
I want to give it a few more weeks and
mm-hmm.
see, um, what I can come up with. If you have a card, I'll take that.
I
And
do. Could I get
if I
the
run into it,
address? I can absolutely
yeah,
do
yeah.
some, a little bit of marketing if you want me to put it out on my professional page. Maybe
Okay,
get you
yeah,
some buyers that way.
it's 123 Main Street.
Okay,
Yeah, and
awesome. What
sure.
are you listing it at?
It's listed at 880.
Oh, okay. I'll check it
I
out.
really want 900, but I figured, the buyers will come in and they'll start competing for it, get up to 900.
Hopefully, yeah, hopefully, yeah. Okay. Well, I'm gonna check it out. Here's my card, no pressure. Even if you just have questions, I'm happy to help. But I'd love to come
Okay,
by and see it in case I do get a buyer. I'm not saying I do, but would that be all right?
sure. Yeah,
Okay. You gonna be home this weekend?
yeah, I'll be home. Actually, on Saturday, there's a couple of agents that are coming. So
Okay.
if you want to come around, anytime between 1 and 3, seems to be the time frame everybody's coming. So,
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll pop by. Sounds good. Could
all
you
right.
pass me that knife over there?
Okay, here you go.
Okay. So what do you like to cook? Is this what you like to do? This chili, or what do you prefer? Like if you were at home and cooking, would you be cooking chili? Kind of
Yeah, I
hot.
like chili. Yeah, I like spicy food and
Yeah.
Mexican food and
Mhm.
Tex-Mex and all of that and barbecue. And yeah,
Do you like Thai food?
I do. I just have no idea how to cook it, but I like to
There's
get
this
it at a
great Thai
restaurant.
place up in University Heights. I don't know if you've been there. It's really good.
I haven't been there. No.
Maybe we should check it out sometime.
Okay, well, maybe after Saturday when you come up and everybody else is gone, maybe come at the tail end of that, and maybe then after that I'll be hungry.
Good idea. Yeah, I would like
Okay,
that. Okay.
all right.
Oh, it looks like the person running the meetup is talking now. I guess we better listen, huh? So we don't get in trouble.
Okay,
Okay.
thanks.
Nice chatting with you, Barbara.
Yeah, you two ladies, you guys keep it down. Everybody else is trying to cook. Just kidding. I like that conversation. It was a really good
It wasn't too pushy.
conversation.
I felt so pushy.
I didn't feel like it was too
I didn't feel
pushy.
it was pushy,
Uh-uh.
no.
It was very subtle. And you're just gathering information. You're gonna go to her house. You have her address. You can easily pull a CMA now. You can mail it, and
No,
uh,
I'm going over there.
yeah, absolutely. You're going over there. I would probably try to get over there a little sooner than those other agents. So,
Yep.
that's the point, is to get to not just go and hear someone say, "Oh, I want to sell my house," but to actually say, "Hey, did I overhear you saying that you're going to sell your home?"
Mhm.
and and be a resource that way. So, time is limited right now. Let's have Barbara go. Barbara, you're going to talk to Wendiam, and I just want to recognize, I see you, Diana. I know you're listening and driving. So let's go ahead and have Barbara talk to Wendiam. And when you're ready, Barbara, and you can have whatever event that you're at.
Okay. Hi, I'm Barbara. This is for some one of these meetups. How about you? I think it's a great way to unwind and meet new people. Don't you think so?
Yeah, I think it is a great way because yeah, I moved in San Diego about 5 years now and I didn't know a lot of people. So yeah, I think the meetup will be a great way for me to expand my friends and yeah, and meet new people.
Yeah, well, that's great. So I'm a native San Diego. I've been here my whole life. So if you have any questions about the area, just let me know. I always find it refreshing to step away from work a bit. How about you?
Me too, if I'm not working, yeah, I will be exercising, traveling, yeah, going places that yeah, I can meet people. But I know
Okay.
that sometimes it can be a little bit challenging meeting people, but I try to do my best.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's nice to have a change of pace and meet new people. And by the way, I couldn't help but overhear you were telling you're selling your home on your own. How is that going for you?
Yeah, so far, yeah, it's going good, but yeah, I didn't have a buyer yet because I'm trying to sell because yeah, I don't want to pay a commission. So I will try first to sell it by myself.
Hmm.
If I
Well, sounds
couldn't,
like it.
yeah, maybe I will ask for help.
Okay, well, it sounds like a quite a project. I admire your initiative to take the sale on yourself. It's a lot of work, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, but as I said, I want to try it at first to see if I can do it. If I couldn't, I will ask for help.
Okay. Well, just so you know, I'm a realtor, and like I mentioned before, native San Diegan, so I'm very familiar with prices and I get a lot of homes sold quickly. Um, so if you run into the time when you're just feeling like you're overwhelmed, I mean, buyers come in and I mean, there's all these contracts you have to fill out and negotiating, and if you find yourself feeling a little swamped, I'm here to help. Here's my card. And one thing I'd like to say is that I can help you even though you're doing it on your own. So if you have any questions or anything, give me a call. I'd like to come and see your house, actually. I might possibly have a buyer for it. Where is it at?
Yeah, it is in East Lake, Bula Vista.
Okay, cool. And what's the address?
It is 1294 East Paloma Street.
Okay, okay. I'll tell you what, could I get your name and phone number so that I can call you? I gotta call some clients of mine and see if they're interested in coming, and that way I could call you. What's your phone number?
Mm, yeah, okay. My phone number is 619-735-3639.
Awesome, awesome. So tell me, have you ever done this activity we're doing right now before?
Mm, yeah, I think this is my third time here.
It's your what? I'm sorry.
My third time.
Okay,
Third. Mhm.
okay, awesome, awesome. Listen, it's amazing how much effort goes into a selling home. Many people I find face similar hurdles, especially when pricing and marketing. And would you be interested in a free comparative market analysis that can kind of give you an idea of the value of your home?
Yeah, I think that will be great. I can see how much I can sell my house.
Okay. So what I like to do is work that up for you, and then I can come by. Are you showing your home anytime in the next couple of days that I could come and see it?
Yeah, you can stop by next Thursday
Next
from
Thursday?
from 3 to 6.
Okay. All right. I will do that. And in the meantime, I will reach out to you and get you that market analysis. And if you come up with any other questions, just let me know when I give you a call. I'll be happy to help. And oh, look what they're starting to talk up front. We better pay attention before we get in trouble.
Yeah, you can stop to us, but as I said, I want to try it first to sell it by myself, but I will keep you in mind if I need any kind of
Yeah,
help.
absolutely. And I just want to be there for you.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. All right. In the beginning, Wendy, I think you assumed that she was an agent and she didn't tell you that. She was just saying that she overheard you. And that's the idea is I don't want you, I prefer that number one,
Mhm.
you always should introduce yourself as an agent, right? But in this particular case, I would say hold off just for a little bit, just for a
Mhm.
little bit, because we're just digging. Hey, did I overhear this? Did I overhear that?
Mhm.
And, I'd love to help out. I'd like to help out. Here's what I do. And even though they didn't ask you, what do you do for a living? You're kind of incorporating that into the conversation, what you did
Yeah, I
for a
missed
living.
that part.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. No, you did a great job. It got a little more business.
Yeah, it got
Um,
too businessy. I was trying to
Yeah,
find a way out
yeah.
of it. I was like, how do I
We
get
didn't
out of
talk a
this? I'm
lot
in a
about
rut.
that. We didn't talk
yeah.
a lot about the activity. Yeah.
Well, and
Yeah,
here
yeah.
and here's you know what? I'll take the blame on that. I should have sent you all instead of a generic one. I have a culinary one
Mhm.
but I thought honestly, I was reading through this and I was like, this is corny. I'm gonna have a whole bunch of real estate agents talking about cooking, but maybe that's probably the better way to go instead of you trying to think of something generic to talk about.
Right.
Um,
Yeah,
be-
yeah.
because you
I
could
was finding a
literally
way
point.
out. I was trying to find a way out, but I was stuck in it. I'm like,
You did a great job.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where I guess I had a limiting belief on my own, which was when I was reading through that script, the culinary one, I was like, no, I'm gonna change everything to generic. So, anyways, the point is when we go to these meetups, to these networking events,
Mhm.
even open houses, they're events, right? So how do we have conversations with people and make them natural and make them less businessy and truly coming from a place of interest,
Yeah.
of in
Mhm.
them versus just about helping them
right.
sell their home.
Yeah.
Uh, we want the business, don't get me wrong. We definitely
Mhm.
want the business, but at the same
I
time, go ahead.
I think the one that I was what was her name? The lady, who was it I was working with again?
Wendiam,
Yeah.
No,
Mhm.
before the first one.
Emily.
Emily.
Emily did a great job because she actually got me liking her so much that I'd go out to lunch with her.
She
That
she did,
that's
right?
that's good.
She did a great job. Yes, absolutely. She's there. And you know what? I felt the same way. Like, you know what? Maybe towards the tail end of that thing, let's just go ahead. Here's what I heard. At the tail end of that, let's just forget about all the other agents. You and I are going to talk, and I'm pretty much going to go with you. That's what I heard.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to lunch with her. She got in. She was in, right?
She was
Yeah,
in.
Thai food.
Yeah,
She was in.
good
And,
job.
and I like how she peppered in, like, hey, can you pass the salt? Hey, will
Yeah,
you hand me that knife here and there? Things like that.
yeah.
Marcus and Angie, how did it go for you?
It was good, I guess, right, Marcus?
Yes, it was good. Angie kind of like helped me out with with how FSBO owners kind of really are in some situations, like when they're so adamant about not listing with you. So she kind of let me know that like the harder way that it is most of the time. So I have like when that comes up, I'll kind of know how to deal with that in a little better way.
Oh, there's no doubt. There are FSBOs, for sale by owners, will certainly push back. I don't want to use an agent. I had a bad experience with an agent. I want to save on commission.
I used to be an agent.
I used to be an agent.
That's the one I got when
Yep.
I tried this one guy.
Yeah. There's all sorts of different conversations that we can have about the negative side of FSBOs. This is a little slightly different, which is we're having the conversation with people at a networking event.
I like that idea.
Yeah. And we're being very subtle about it. We're telling them who we are and what we do, but we're incorporating, there's a lot of moving parts, like, hey, pass the salt, pass the knife, oh wait, the person leading the group is talking, we should shut up now. We're giggling over here, drinking our wine and just having too much fun, right? That's the point, is practicing the conversation in a real life scenario where it's not about business. It's not about real estate. We're there for
Yeah.
something else. And that's the number one thing. If you're going to a meetup or a
Yeah.
networking event that is about, making greeting cards, then focus
Exactly.
on how to make greeting cards.
Hmm.
What else? Anything else to add?
Yeah, I think just lead with, being genuine care and concern and helpfulness. And that's what I think.
That's right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And yeah, every time that I go to the meetup, yeah, I got a chance. They always ask me, "What do you do?" So I just take an advantage to say, and I hang down my business card.
The important thing is to be very subtle and to ask questions. Hey, Diana, I see you. I don't know if you're in a position to talk, but I'm kind of curious. You did a lot of listening today. Any thoughts on what you heard?
I thought that Barbara Riley was very natural when she was talking, and just kind of interjecting, oh, pass the salt, or oh, we should probably listen, or that kind of stuff. I felt like I was maybe listening to a movie script, kind of like dialogue, just kind of like rehearsing it. So it was just so natural. So the pace was good, the tonality was good. I was almost sucked into like a play. So it was good.
Oh, that's perfect. Well, that's what we're here for. Practice,
Yeah.
with consistency through practice leads to consistency. Consistency leads to trust, credibility, right? And then eventually it all turns into our own tone, style, and phrasing. And what do they say about scripts and dialogues practice in terms of how to practice? Number one, we memorize it, right? Number two, we internalize it. And number three, we customize it. And the way that we want to customize it is putting it into our own tone, style, and phrasing. And the only way that we can do that is by coming consistently over and over and over again. And then the result is a very natural conversation, which is what we want to have. Nobody wants to be pushed. Some people want confidence, and they want people who are going to be confident in working, that they're going to be working with, but they don't want to be like, do you want to sell? 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 That is go away. I don't need you. And I don't think anybody did that here, by the way. Anyways, great job. That's it for today.
Thank you. Have a good weekend, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, so that's the script. I hope that you found it useful. Just head over to realestatescriptspractice.com for more resources and downloads. This content is for educational purposes only and does not make any guarantees. We suggest you seek the help and/or advice of your broker, coach, mentor, office manager, attorney, and/or financial advisor. Brought to you by Darren Tunstall, a licensed real estate agent, DRE number 018534445. This content operates independently of Darren's affiliation with Keller Williams Realty and any realtor associations. The intention is to provide you with valuable information, insights, and practical tools. Please note that all results may vary and participants are responsible for their own actions.